We got ourselves alone on Team Blue with Genesis, Milord Pala. We got a Waypoint and Print Warlock, who will most likely be squaring off versus ya boy Boomasaur on his team. We also got Iridora. We got Peachy, we got Zuenis, and we got us as Angie. And the whole team red is just gonna get flung out of the pipe. Except Andrew, who looks like they're lagging a little bit. It looks like Boomasaur is ready first. It's gonna go versus Print. It's gonna be Warlock versus Warlock. Go Destro versus Destro. Only one of those two survives. Is this the season 3 Drake? Or is that season? I think it's season 3, isn't it? It's not the same blue. Oh, look at them, dude. They got the big old Pradas, but the waterfall comes in. Boomasaur's gonna get oh! They lined it up so perfectly. Boomasaur just got flung out of the middle just a little. The waterfall separates those two. This is perfect, dude. It could be any better. Prince setting up a gateway to get a little bit aggressive. Boomasaur has a gateway to push up as well by the looks of it. But they also have a gateway that also lets him get behind the pillar pretty quick. It's going to be Immolate coming out for Print as he's trying to get double the pets. As Boomasaur trying to get himself that Cataclysm rolling onto Print. It's going to be a random Infernal getting someone for Print. Random Infernal and someone onto Boomasaur. What does Boomasaur play? Does he also play random Infernals? As Print is actually just getting those Chaos Balls thrown out at Boomasaur's pet. Might force him to summon another pet. And Boom is actually going to do the same thing. Just going to try to see if he can take the pet down. And having to get himself a bit of a resummon for a fresh new pet as Print pulls his pet back. So those two are just going to be behind boxes a little. Boomasaur trying to poke out. Nobody wants to be out in the open. And maybe with a waterfall coming down the middle, I might give him a little bit of a setup. Shadow Fury and a Cataclysm around the corner for Boom. Just to try to get both damage. Actually going to go for Invis Trinket early on. So you can walk up on top of Print. Probably hit the pet with a Havoc. For summoning a fellow Hunter, it's going to be random summons of Infernals for the both of them. Boomasaur got himself a Reflective Veil, but it's going to be really Infernal on both of them as the stun comes out into a banish for Prince Pet. As Boomasaur gets a banish off, it's going to try to maybe get a stun around the corner onto Boom. If he's able to land one. Can't tell whose Infernal is which, but I know both of them pop their big Infernals. There's going to be more Infernals summoned by Boomasaur as well. So Boomasaur also got random Infernals up and running by the looks of it. Or maybe those are Prince Infernals? I don't even know. It's hard to tell with Vision Perfection. Is it plain Vision Perfection or not? Or maybe Conflict and Strife. Fear onto Boom. He does break it. Cataclysm around the corner. Sprint is a little bit ahead on health, but that Cataclysm does chunk him out quite a bit. And both of them are just trying not to get Chaos Bolted and trying to maximize the damage into one another. Banish on one of the pets. It looks like maybe I'm banished onto Boom's pets. It looked like it was a banish onto Boomasaur's pet. Let's get Immolate around the corner. Mortal Coil onto Print. Trying to establish some damage while he has the moment. That's going to be Reflect available. Real Infernal. Wait, no. Fake Infernal? I think it's Fake Infernal. But it's going to take a little bit of damage from the Infernal, though. Just the fire that irradiates is doing a lot of work. Print better get himself some healing ASAP. If he has a Warlike House, then now would be the time to do it. I think he's trying to get a Mortal Coil onto Boomasaur. Gets a Havoc onto Boom's pet. Needs to get a Mortal Coil around him as soon as he can. Double heal available from to Boom's pet. And Boom is just trying to stay ahead, not to get Mortal Coiled. Havoc gonna be done and done for the count. And Print is gonna be able to get some damage onto Boom's pet. He could interrupt him on Shadow anytime he wants to. He needs to get that Mortal Coil into Boomasaur. Tries to get a Come Flag. It's gonna be stunned into a Cataclysm by Boom. Print taking a bit of damage. Getting the Cataclysm into Boom back though. And none of them are really Chaos Bolting one another. They're just Chaos Bolting the pets, if anything. That's what I think it's the most they've done. Interrupt onto Boom as he's trying to land a Banish. Prince still has a Mortal Coil available. And that's going to be more pets interrupted. Boom says I should sit in bad spot. No, the Infernals. The Infernals alone. The Immolation aura of the Infernals. Just put him behind. And Boom just didn't really have much he could really do about it. Because he can't really push up. Yeah, we'll just interrupt pets. And you're waiting to interrupt one another. And then Print just got, I think, lucky on the Infernal procs, man. That was a very interesting whole nother kind of a duel. Print coming back in with a wall and reflect for this one. That's just going up versus Zuenis versus Zuenis. And a Mortal Coil Casbolt is going to be flying. One Casbolt, second, maybe no, second one did not even go flying. Zuenis is going to have Touch of Death onto Print. It's going to be Real Infernal coming down. And Print does say near the gateway is going to try to minimize the damage of the Touch of Death. Got himself a wall up and running. Fear onto Zuenis. Does he have the damage though? Karma could be coming out. Stun into Casbolt. Doesn't get it. No Karma. And down he goes. Huge damage out of Print with a road coming up next with a Road Bike on the Print. I think it's going to be the last song the Print has sung today. He's Trinket into Reflect. Not a lot he can really do. And Iridora just got everything thrown at the guy. Waypoint, the Hunter is going to be up next. Blind, Trinket's out of it immediately, trying to get a dress onto Iridora. And tries to get, I think, a vanish off, but I think the dots are going to keep him up and running. Mally rolling on to Waypoint. So if Eudora can get some damage to follow after, this could be huge, but looks like Waypoint is going to be able to survive the Mally and not really get too much pressure from it. Does feign down to dispel it completely. Vendetta rolling onto Waypoint. It's going to be a little bit tougher. I guess Vendetta is over. Maybe he rolled it Vendetta early. Waypoint is looking like a madman, by the way. He got the big old helm, glowing eyes. Pants that look like a kilt on the side, and it looks like Eudora is going to be going down. She down is getting proc, maybe? Should that proc? I think it's gonna in a bit. Get a shot onto Eudora, or by Eudora. She death procking. Not a lot of health available. I think it's going to be down for the count. And that Serpent Sting does end up sniping him out from afar. It's been hitting that 5 minutes, and Angie's going to be up next on Team Red with Peachy chilling out in the back. That's going to be an Unholy Death Knight versus Survival Hunter. Does get the early stun by the pet. IBF coming out for Angie. Needs to manage the opportunity here. That's IBF. Better min-max the damage. Gets the stun into Waypoint. Should get the most amount of damage with the Army of the Dead. A-Bomb needs to come out immediately. And maybe needs to get himself a full pet up and running. And looks like Angie's pet is actually attacking not the Hunter but his pet. And Angie, what? Just what? Waypoint just slammed his head on a Mongoose Bite button. And just let the damage kind of flow. That was nuts. Did not go for Abomination or the Army of the Dead. Maybe Angie was setting up for something different there. And it looks like Angie's pet also attacked the pet of Waypoint. I don't know if he was able to growl at the ghoul and get him to aggro. But Peachy is going to be next versus Waypoint, who still has Turtle Shell. Got himself Exhilaration. That's going to be a Manic Bandage. Actually canceled Turtle Shell before Peachy gets himself a reset. Trying to see if he can interrupt the regrowth. Wall coming out for Peachy. Should have the Masterful Instincts to follow up damage onto Waypoint. And it's going to be a bike, I think, by Peachy. Freezing Trap on top of that bite. Into a stun. Trinket coming out. Waypoint might be out of cooldowns right here. Might be out of tricks. That's going to be replaced by Peachy. But it's going to get Milord Palo all excited since he got the revenge buff. When an ally around a Paladin, a Retribution Paladin, falls in battle, Paladins get a buff for damage and healing. Or they have a buff, I think for 10 seconds, where they reduce how much damage they take, and they do a little more damage. Back in Legion, this buff was insane to the point where, let's say if you're doing a 2v2, and you're a Paladin with a healer, and your healer goes down, you actually have, if you have wings, you have enough burst to just one-shot people. Literally 2 Templar's Verdicts maybe. So Templar's Verdict, Wake of Ashes, Templar's Verdict, and that's it. Actual 2-shot people. 2-shot people, not one-shot. But still, it's already 3 shots, because it is 3 globals, I guess, yeah? But it's still huge. Either way. And ever since the BFA they nerfed it, but they still have it. I don't know if they still have it in, I think they actually removed it in Shadowlands. But you do have Aura of Retribution. So if an ally around you dies, you get wings for a few seconds. As an aura. I think like 9 seconds. But you have to swap to the aura before that happens. So that still could be useful. That's going to be a stun by Peachy. That's just going to go for the bit of a long game trying to regrowth, recoup, and recover. He has 1 set of wall available. He needs a second one. And a regrowth or renewal is still also available in just a few seconds. Another Paladin is a Paladin. The Bubble and Bop are going to be quite a lot for Peach to go through since Bop clears your bleeds. And Shield Avenge is also going to be quite nice too. My lord, don't you go resin. Don't you go resin. Please don't res. There's not a lot I can do. No, he's trying to get Peachy out in the open. He's trying to get Peachy to walk up. Don't take the res, please. Waypoint, don't take the res, man. If you can be nice about it, I'd appreciate. I'd appreciate. Just so it doesn't get confusing for the duels. Wait, did he res? He did res. Okay, well, Waypoint, can you just kind of sit out? Yeah, you just sit out. We'll pretend like he's dead. I guess if he wants to mount up so you can get a better angle towards the duels, you can. But yeah, he ain't. Technically should be dead. Technical resin shouldn't be allowed, but what can you... This is why I like to make the rules that are the easiest to follow, because like I can't really stop my lord from resing. You know what I mean? But if Waypoint doesn't actually play, yeah, then we still have a set of duels. That's going to be Peachy actually taking quite a bit of damage. Those Bubble and Wings are up from my lord, trying to get the hammers rolling into Peachy. Big Frenzied Regeneration coming out for the Feral. He's going to be able to get himself quite a bit of heals back and running. And catch himself a nice re-stealth as well. So for my lord, this is going to be quite a game. Were eyes available? That's something to check. One eye? Another eye? Nope. And it looks like Peachy's gonna land the opener. My lord did pop a bubble to catch up to Peachy. There was a set of wings available. Peachy trinking it out of this with the thorns available. It's going to be above, but doesn't take off the thorns. So my lord is still in a bad spot. Popping in wings right there. Peachy popping in wall too. Might be a bomb right here for my lord unless he has anything. Oh, Reaping Flames for Peachy. That's something my lord probably should have been ready for. Reaping Flames. I mean, if you bop it late, you'll still get hit with a Reap. And next up, it's either going to be Alone or Genesis. Whoever is up next, boys. And it looks like Alone is swapping to Survival Hunter. Peachy is probably going to have to go for a bit of regrowth. He's sending a stealth. You just have to see who's up next, though. I think the team blue still didn't realize this was going to be next. So they probably looked at Print and were like, you know what? Print got it. Like, you know what? My lord got it. 1v5. Easy. Looks like maybe Genesis is going to be next. Maybe? Got a Spectral Sight. Oh, it looks like it is going to be Alone. Or maybe he just wanted to tell Alone, oh, yo, psst, where's the feral at? Let me look. Oh, he's by the boxes over there. I mean, I guess it's... I won't say that's allowed, but that is a clever use of game mechanics. That's the best way I could put it. Thorns are out for Peachy, as Alone got himself some damage rolling. Hopefully he got himself Aspect of the Eagle so he can get some Mongoose bites. But it looks like his pet is going to be actually rooted, cannot get the pet kill commands rolling. And Peachy is looking like a healthy bear. Does get hit with a stun, no chicken available. And Alone is sitting about half his health. Is going to go for an acceleration. That's quite a global to burn while you popping cooldowns, though. Peachy popping in wall. Looking to end this game right now, unless Alone is going to get a turtle shell rolling. Could have went for a freezing trap onto Peachy with a harpoon, actually. But didn't do it. It's going to get himself a manic bandage rolling while turtle shell is up. Peachy is going to be able to put the pet into hibernate and heal himself up a little. There's going to be some traps around the boxes. But Alone is gonna lose the sight of the pet, of Peachy, of Peaches. As we hit in 12 minutes, almost 12 minutes, in about 30 seconds, 30 seconds at 40% dampening actually. That's gonna be quite a bit, quite rough for the both of them. Camo up for Alone, so he's gonna be able to catch up in health. That's gonna be Peachy actually running into a freezing trap. Thought that Hunter was in the flare. Which makes sense, but Alone not really getting too much healing because of the dampening. It's going to be a bike thrown at Peachy's ass. He is the bike, but doesn't really do much for him. Alone is going to take a bit of that bleed damage with thorns as well. But he is going to have the mobility to get away from Peachy. Peachy back up with a wall. Second charger wall should be available maybe in 40 seconds or so. Maybe, no, more than a minute actually. But does have a trinket if he needs to. Alone might just die to the bleeds actually. Could this be the end to this man? Barely health available. Oh, the bleeds and the procs from Azeroths. Dude, take him down. And Genesis actually wanted to rush at Peachy, but he got rooted. Oh, Peachy. Oh, my goodness. And Waypoint does give him a root break, but I guess it works. Oh, it looks like Genesis now wants to go for an auto duel. You saw that Genesis was kind of spying for him. You know, he was waiting for Peachy. He was ready to go. So I think Peachy just wanted to make sure, okay, give me a break. I want to catch the stealth. I'm going to hit you with a root just in case. Yo, if Peachy, if you're okay to duel Waypoint after this, you're more than welcome to, but if you kill Genesis, let's say you win. If you leave, it'll be your win either way, man. But if you want to duel Waypoint, just for the fun of it, if you feel like it, you're more than welcome to, since he is up. That's up to you. But if you leave without fighting Waypoint, you win, in my opinion, for all those duels. Because Waypoint shouldn't even be alive. Genesis trying to go for some big damage. Peachy won this up, but Genesis not a lot of health available. That's going to be stars crashing onto Genesis as well. Blur available. Trying to see if he catches the Peachy. Does he just die to the bleeds? The blur does give him a little bit damage resistance. But does he just go down? Oh, big bite to finish it off. All right, Peachy. It's up to you. Do you want to fight Waypoint or do you not want to fight? Because you can say no. He shouldn't be dead. He shouldn't be alive. If you leave right now, I think he wants to. Maybe. If you leave right now, it's your win. But it's really up to you. It's just... He shouldn't be alive, but since he is, if you want to continue the duel, I'm not against it. Peachy does not have a trinket though, so it is going to put him behind a little. It looks like Waypoint is walking to him, but at least Peachy is... Oh, flare. No, did he get him out? Didn't get him out. All right, Waypoint, I think it is going to be a real duel. Thanks for being a sport, by the way, and just like chilling or whatever. Yeah. Looks like Peachy is trying to go for a revive of his own. There we go. Ah, there it is. Well, Peachy... coming in with... Actually, I can't even tell how many wins Peachy had because he left, but I think he would have had like 1v4 maybe. Well, Print had 2. Print was on this team. Waypoint had 2. So Print killed 2. So Peachy would have had 3, I guess, yeah? Milord and the other 2. Yeah, I guess it would do it. Feral OP. Dude, Feral did good. You gotta give him credit. He did really good. He did do well. Alrighty, boys.